I've just spent an enjoyable 2 hours. I find it hard to tear myself away from one picture to go to the next one.
John Vaughn once traveled to Paris to see a Monet painting, but today he's simply headed to Philbrook instead.
I find that the exhibition is very well planned. It's easy to walk into it and have some sense of guidance of where you're going and where Monet was coming from.
Vaughn is among many checking out the Philbrook Museum of Art's new Monet in the Seine Impressions of a River exhibition. It's a big deal, believed to be one of the biggest Monet displays ever in Oklahoma, and it's a Philbrook first.
It's the first Monet exhibition that Philbrook has ever done, and we also haven't had that many Impressionist exhibitions, so it's kind of groundbreaking.
Monet is probably one of the most significant artists in the history of Western painting, and for us to be able to bring 16 of his works here to Tulsa is something that we're really excited about.
From conceptualizing to collecting to installation, this exhibition is a labor of love 3 years in the making.
I like to think of it as a really nice cross-section of Monet's career. We're focusing just on this one specific subject, his interest in the Seine River, and in fact it was something that fascinated him throughout his life. He always chose to live near the river, either in Paris or in these small towns and villages alongside, and that meant that essentially at any moment in his life he could always go outside and paint the scenes that he saw in front of him. And so this is what we see in all of the works in this exhibition, is his exploration of sort of the light and atmosphere that you find along the river.
I would say classical but fresh. There's a nice selection, and you can actually learn a lot about the artist as well as you get to see some examples of their work.
About 2/3 of the gallery is dedicated to Monet's paintings. The rest is an interpretive space that both educates and inspires.
The map of the Seine showcases where along the Seine River Claude Monet painted these works over roughly a 20 to 30 year period. So you get a sense of his pattern of life and also the spots along the river.
There's also a timeline of Monet's life and some rare 1915 film footage of him painting in his own garden. And on top of it all, you can create your own artwork here too.
Behind me we have this Mornings at Philbrook. So take your hand as Monet and take a moment and try to sketch that morning sunrise here at beloved Philbrook.
Monet in the Seine runs through September 21st. It'll cost you an extra $6. Visitors we spoke to say it's money well spent.
I think it gives Oklahoma a new flair, something to come out for, and something new for people that have been living here for a while. And I would just describe it as a have-to here in Tulsa.
This is a feather in the cap for Philbrook. There's no question about it. I would hope that as many people as possible can get here in wheelchairs and canes in any way they need to, because it's well worth the visit.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, discovering Oklahoma.